What's going on? Welcome to Asian Cosell. If you give me the HKO special help to King out, hit the like, subscribe, and comment. All right, let's get into this. Julian Erosa calls out a challenge to Leah Thomas. Yeah, so let's get into this Twitter feed. So let's go for it. Let me get that Twitter feed up and let's look at the interview. Yes, let me enlarge this interview. So let's take a look what Julian Erosa said about Leah Thomas. So here we go.
I was gonna say that I don't like cheaters, and so and I don't know how you guys feel about this whole situation, but I don't like cheaters, and so I wanted to call out Leah Thomas. I wanted to encourage her to encourage him to transition from women's swimming into women's MMA, and then I'll transition to becoming a woman, and I'm gonna beat that dude's ass. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to say, because it's all about getting the getting a little bit of shock value. But I mean, the world that we're living in is just there's no common sense anymore, and it's becoming a bit ridiculous. And obviously that's one of the big things that's always been it's kind of going on now. And I just don't agree with men in women's sports, even the whole Fallon Fox thing, knocking, and the girls that are or guys that are fighting in women's MMA and knocking them out. It's like it's a bad look.
Since we're on this topic, do you find it like clearly? I mean, personally, I think when you're talking about a man transitioning into a woman's sport, when there's like a combat element, it just seems so much worse than say swimming, like you said. Do you feel like there are any instances where it would make sense or where it
absolutely not? Okay. No, I just fully believe. I mean, if you were, if you went through, male puberty, it's never gonna. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can give yourself to shrink your bones down. There's nothing you can do in that kind of sense. I mean, and the proof's in the pudding, right? Like you have, Mr. Thomas, who was, whatever he was ranked as a man, and then he's just beating all the women. Like it's obvious, it doesn't matter how much estrogen you're taking, and I think we're in obviously a gray area, but these gray areas are stupid to me because it's common sense. I'm not the smartest crayon in the box, but I could tell you, if I don't know anything about anything, I can still tell you that's unfair. Like in my opinion, people are gonna have their opinions and say what they want, but it's just something I strongly believe in. That, it's so funny to me that women will fight for their own spaces, and then they also fight for trans women to be in those spaces. And like those are just men. Like when is it gonna be where there's going to be hundreds of men in like these sports, and then it just becomes another man sport? It's going to be like, it's so weird to me. I don't know. I mean, we could dive into that can of worms all day, but yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, wow. So Julian Erosa just pretty much in that interview, Leah Thomas, let's get you in the ring. Yeah, he even says, "Hey, he'll transform into whatever, a woman." But yeah, no, I agree because women's spaces are for women. And sometimes I'm sitting here going, why are we allowing a trans male, said he's a woman, to come into their sport and just annihilate them? It doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't matter how many, puberty blockers or whatever you take, man. If you were born a man, you are a man competing in a woman's sport. And, haven't we figured out Leah Thomas proved that he's just pretty much, dominated. And then in Canada, the volleyball court, male players. I'm like, dang, we have like the volleyball 4 males to 3 males. What's going on? Is it going to be a women's sport or not? Yeah, there should be. That's what Title IX you figured was supposed to be. Equity for men and women to play their sports. So that's very ticky tacky. What's a lot of this like? Why are we even like contemplating this? And there should just be a trans man category. But no, they don't want to go into that category because they know they're going to get their butts kicked. So they'll come into the women's and then they'll dominate. So yeah. And like states like California need to stop adapting this and along with some of the other states allowing this. So that's how it goes. All right. So if you enjoyed any of this content, please give me the HKL special. Help the king out. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment. So other than that, I'll see you in my next video.